Okay, so one thing that I want you guys to think about is that if my calculations are correct for a 2025 Rapture of the Church Passover, which is right in the middle of this Shemitah, this last 7-year cycle. Okay, that's right in the middle of it, which leaves 42 months, which is what the book of Revelation says. It only documents 42 months. Anytime you read about time in the book of Revelation, it's 42 months. Except for in Revelation chapter 12. After that, it says time, times and a half a time, which I believe is 3,500 years, not 3 years. But regardless of that, if I am correct, then that means that that is in the sixth seal in 2025. Now, there's a lot of different ways to look at prophecy, okay? Especially the 7 seals and then the 7 trumpet judgments from the angels. And we can look at it different ways. But the bottom line is that once we get to that point of the rapture, that is in the 6th seal. After a great earthquake, after a solar and a lunar eclipse, after the stars fall from heaven like untimely figs, okay, fallen angels, and also there's a falling away. It's on earth as it is in heaven. So when you read about the fallen angels, like in Revelation 12 and the 6th seal in Revelation chapter 6, this coincides with the falling away of people from the faith in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Remember the heaven and earth principle, on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, so we see that there. But after all that, then we have the appearing of Jesus Christ in the heavens when they are rolled back as a scroll. So there you have Colossians 3:4. When Christ, who is our life, shall appear, which is right there, then we shall also appear with him in glory. So we have the rapture right there. I know I've done videos on how it's possibly before the first seal. I don't believe that anymore. I'm back to the 6th seal. It has to be the 6th seal, okay? So, keeping that in mind, that 2025 is somewhere around the middle of the 6th seal, okay? Somewhere in there. Right before the 7th seal, which is the trumpet judgments of the 7 angels. Where are we at right now? Now, without reading the stars, in the astronomy, because a lot of people can look at the heavens because the gospel is in the stars, and that's what they're there for, and kind of have an idea, whether the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th seal has been broken. Okay, so I'm not a professional at that. There are people out there, one of my followers, she's pretty good. But just looking at what I'm talking about right now, where are we right now? Well, we have to be in the seals at least. But if 2025 is in the 6th seal, then 2024, the year that I've been warning about, is at least the 5th seal. And what happens in the 5th seal? Persecution. Persecution. Right before the rapture. I've been warning about 2024, about the sign of the great earthquake with the solar eclipse on April 8th, which makes an X with the Great American Total Eclipse in 2017, 7 years ago. 7 is the number of completion. And that eclipse, it's a special eclipse. It's once every 100 years. A lot of people know about this. It makes an X across America, and where it crosses a point called Little Egypt. Right, all the way back to the book of Exodus, type and shadow. And it also crosses a major fault line, the New Madrid fault line. So God is telling you, signs, that there's going to be at least one big earthquake. And wouldn't you know it, what happens when the 6th seal opens? A great earthquake. Now, could that already have taken place in another country? Possibly. But the X goes across America. It doesn't go across any other country like this but America. And it crosses the point of Little Egypt in America. And it crosses the fault line in America. So, not any other country. So, yeah, am I predicting a big earthquake or multiple? Yeah, I believe that. You don't have to believe it. Okay, you don't have to believe it. I'm not one of those guys that present my views. But I'm telling you, Even the Strong's Concordance patterns that I've shown, when you go from Feast of Trumpets 2023 to the eclipse in 2024, April 8th, and the concordance, the day count, you get I shake up. I shake up. It's so obvious. And that eclipse going across the New Madrid fault line, and then the other concordance and that number of the day count from those two dates is to run to and fro. That's all the way back in the book of Daniel. They shall go to and fro. I mean, 2024 is the fifth seal, unless we're already in the fifth seal, which who knows. But I know 2024 is, and the sixth seal. You see, 2024 is the year also of the dragon. On the Chinese New Year, it's the year of the dragon, and that's Revelation chapter 12. Right before the man-child gets caught up, which is a type and shadow of us. The dragon draws the third part of the stars from heaven, which is Revelation chapter 6, the sixth seal. Right? They fall as untimely figs. Draws the third part of the stars from heaven and is ready to devour the man-child. And so then we're caught up right after that. So all these connections with Scripture, what I want to show you, is that from now until 2025, it's going to get progressively worse. And what we need to do is get out of the way. Okay? There's no stopping any of this with the technology that they have, with the way that they control things. Get out of the way. Get away from the coast. Get away from big cities. You know, get away from all the towers if you can. You know, focus on what if the power goes out. You know, prepare for things. You know, I need to do these things too, but I don't have the money, so it's a little different. But I'm warning everybody out there. These are things that if you don't do it, look at what's going on in Hawaii. They use directed energy weapons to murder people. When we read about the fifth seal and how they're killing saints, do you think that they're going around houses with swords? No, that was 2,000 years ago. They're going to take us out with lasers that we can't even see. They could take us out when we're sleeping. This is the last of the last of the last days before the rapture. Probably one of the most biggest events in the New Testament besides the resurrection of Christ, which was a rapture too. Okay? They have technology that most people have actually brought into their homes with smart technology. Smart means to hurt. Do you know that? Smart means to hurt. So I got a smartphone. It means a phone to hurt you. I got a smart refrigerator. It means a refrigerator to hurt you. Why? Because they can use their technology from wherever they are, go down through that technology that you've already brought in your house and kill you, or send voices to your head, or manipulate your body some way in shape and form. That's what is going on, guys. So if you want to last until the rapture 2025, Paul says, those of us who are alive and remain shall be caught up. You know what the word remain is? It means survive. That's where we're at right now. We are not going to be on this earth unless we're murdered beforehand. We're not going to be here for more than a year and a half more. But do you know what that means? That means that after that, the world is going to go into the worst time that it's ever seen in history. So what about the time right before that? Well, it's just about like that, right? That's how it progresses. So we got to think about these things, okay? Right, guys, now you really have to listen to me, man. I mean, this is the cherry on the top, okay? Now, what I've been telling you guys for a long time, and even remember when I posted that video about the guy from Blink-182 talking about time and how it runs concurrent with each other, and he's talking about time travel and how it runs like different ages, like the past runs concurrent with the present and the future. Well, I've been telling you guys that that's kind of what the Bible is saying. That is what the Bible is saying. In Ecclesiastes 1:9 and, 2 Peter 3:8, how everything repeats itself, okay? And that's kind of showing you in the Bible, which is, like I said, it's like computer code. It's quantum technology, but it's in a way that we can understand it. It's almost like an analog way, but it's like HTML almost, but not really. HTML, but it's really very quantum too. And that's what the Bible is showing. Now listen, you gotta listen to this, man. So we know that Jesus says, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. And also, the rapture is at the beginning of the coming of the Son of Man, when the heavens are rolled back and he appears in heaven on the sixth seal, right? So the days of Noah are going to be before that, yes, and after that. So listen, also combine that with Revelation chapter 12, the man-child being caught up and the dragon ready to devour him, and the stars falling from heaven. What I'm saying and showing you is that all these times are running concurrent with each other in different parts of the Bible. The days of Noah in Genesis chapter 6. Then the sixth seal in Revelation chapter 6, which is the number of a man. Then Revelation chapter 12. These are all running concurrent. Do you see that? Okay? The guy wasn't lying from Blink-182. They're talking about it in a scientific way, but they won't tell people that that's what the Bible is telling us. So keeping that principle in mind, look, please look, okay? I'm not kidding, all right? Look. Like I said, now my calculations are correct. Right here would be the start of 2025, and then I believe that the rapture will be Passover in 2025, okay? Now, this time that we're in is also symbolic with, so this rapture is also symbolic of Revelation 12, the man-child, right? And if you look before that in Revelation 12, it's the dragon is ready to devour the man-child. Well, 2024 is the year of the dragon. Okay, so there's one connection. But like I said, all of these times in the Bible are all running concurrent. So we go to the days of Noah, because even Jesus says, as in the days of Noah, it will be. Now remember, I did the video the other day on how after our Passover rapture in 2025, then on the day of Pentecost is the new wine that falls on the remnant of the seed of Israel that is here. And I showed you guys how when Jesus was here, he turned the water into wine. And the guy that they took it to, the head guy, says, oh, you saved the best wine for last. Well, this is what he was in the bigger picture, that's what that's talking about. After the Passover rapture, then saves the best wine for last, which is the new wine that falls on the remnant of the seed of Israel. It's a repeat of Acts chapter 2, the day of Pentecost. Okay? So we get that. But now, combine that with the other video that I made. Where do we see that picture of new wine also? After something that is in the days of Noah. Remember when Noah got off the boat, the first thing he did, or one of the first things that he did, was get drunk with new wine. So it's tied in with the day of Pentecost when they get new wine. So what am I saying? Well, what happened before Noah took the new wine? There was a flood and God destroyed everything. That's 2024. So not only does the year of the dragon 2024 match up with the pattern in Revelation 12 before the man-child is caught up, but it also matches up to the days of Noah before he drank the wine, which was the flood. That's the other time that it's running concurrent with. Do you see what's going to happen in 2024? And even possibly a little before that, which is coming up, and a little after that in 2025? That's what 2024 is. 2024 is symbolic of Revelation 12, before the man-child gets up, the dragon is ready to devour him. And 2024 is also symbolic of right before Noah drank the new wine, which would be in 2025, symbolic, right? The new wine. Right before that, when the earth was flooded. That's what 2024 is. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys. I mean, this is it. If you live by the coast, you need to get away from the coast. If you live in major cities, you need to get out of the major cities. I know it's not easy to move, and None of us have any money, most of us, right? But you really, really need to start taking this serious. This is a warning from God. This is a warning from God in His Word that I'm simply passing the message along. 2024 is basically the year of the flood. Right before Noah drinks the new wine, which is symbolic of 2025, Day of Pentecost. You see that? And 2024 is the year of the dragon in Revelation 12, right before the rapture in 2025, the man-child. That's what this year is. Great earthquake. Stars falling from heaven like untimely figs. Sun and the moon turn dark. You name it. The heavens are rolled back as a scroll. Well, that would probably be in 2025 when the rapture happens, or somewhere around there. But that's what that is. You have to, I think this is why God has had me on this journey to see the spiritual understanding of the Bible, the bigger picture of what He's doing and what it's saying to us. Not like every little thing, but like every little thing, but in a large way. All these things, these times are running concurrent with each other and they're repeating themselves. But concurrent means at the same time. So, like I said, 2024 is mirroring Revelation 12, the dragon, and it is also mirroring the flood of Noah right before the new wine. I'm telling you guys, man, if you don't have a generator, you need to get a generator. If you don't have, you can think of all that stuff. But you need to move away from the coasts. You need to get out of big cities. You need to get away from people. Honestly, the worst place to be when it hits the fan is around hundreds of thousands of people, because that's when crime will happen. You need to think of everything on your own. I can't name it all, but it's going down. This is real. And they're even saying next month, which is the Feast of Trumpets, that they're going to implement this mask stuff again and all this stuff. It's all coming back. Why do you think? Because this is what we're going into. We're going into madness, craziness, man. Again, worse. Even the gates of hell said, oh, I'm planning for Plandemic 2. This time it will get attention. And he smiled. It's all planned, man. It's all in the Bible, though, man. You're looking at the 5th seal and the 6th seal in 2024. The term that is used, that is happening right now, and is going to happen, is Ordo ab Chaos. This term is used in Freemasonry, and what it means is order out of chaos. They create the chaos, and they bring in the order, or the new world order. You see? This is what is going on, and this is what will be going on even more. Okay? It's all progressing into that. They create the chaos so that they can bring in their new world order. Look on your dollar bill. It says Novus Ordo Seclorum. New order of the ages. We are at this point. And this term is gleaned from Freemasonry. Okay, many people in Freemasonry don't even know what they're really in. Okay, but at the top, this is where all of this thought process comes from. All right. So again, that is what is happening. And 2024 is going to be the height of it. Notice in our King James Bible in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, it says, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. Now, this sudden destruction could mean years from when they say peace and safety. But this is even in our Bibles, that they are going to proclaim peace and safety. In order for them to do that, there has to be the opposite of peace and safety going on in the world. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. So even our Bibles are telling this same scenario. But now with our understanding of what's going on, we can see why they would declare peace and safety, because they're going to create the chaos first, and then they're going to create the false peace and safety, which it will be to a degree, but it's going to be under the acceptance of the New World Order idea, the mark of the beast, and who knows what else. That is what is going on. And really, there's nothing we can do about it except get out of the way.
So I'm out here with my son, and we've got these cracks all over our yard, just from the dry heat, no rain. We decided we would measure it, see how deep we could get it to go. We're at 15 feet 8 inches. No, that's 15 foot 6 inches. I'm looking at it wrong. Anyhow, that's insane. Here, pull it up. I kind of want to see.
I don't even...
Look at these. Look at these.
It wasn't even bending either. It just went straight down. If I fell in that, I would be in there.